In the news this week, the Christian Institute launches a petition in support of Asher's Baking Company. School children are given over 20 gender options in a controversial survey, and the Education Secretary announces plans to clamp down on secularist campaigns against church schools. Hello and welcome to this week's news bulletin from the Christian Institute. Thousands of people have signed a new Christian Institute petition in support of Asher's Baking Company, just days after its launch. The petition was launched ahead of the bakery's appeal hearing on the 3rd of February. Ashers were taken to court because they declined to decorate a cake with the words, "Support gay marriage." The MacArthur family, who own and run Ashers, made the decision because of their Christian belief that marriage can only be between one man and one woman. The petition can be signed at christian.org.uk/support Ashers and states, "I support Asher's Baking Company and the MacArthur family in their stand for freedom of speech and freedom of conscience. Please join us in praying for the MacArthur family to be encouraged at this challenging time and in giving thanks for their courageous stand." School children have been given 25 options to describe their gender in a survey which has been described as bizarre and misleading. Teenagers in Brighton were given the survey, which was produced by the Children's Commissioner for England. Alongside male and female, pupils were told they could choose options including gender fluid, agender, trigender and demi-boy. The Christian Institute's Kieran Kelly said the survey was unhelpful for children.
A very tiny number of people use these terms. To put them in front of children as if they were as common as male and female is totally misleading. We feel for people who believe they are trapped in the wrong body, but we can't allow our sympathy for them to outweigh our sympathy for the overwhelming majority of children who need to feel safe and protected in school. We mustn't intrude on childhood by deliberately confusing school children about what makes a boy or a girl just to satisfy the political agendas of some adults.
Following newspaper inquiries, the survey was withdrawn. Northern Ireland's Attorney-General has lodged an appeal against a legal ruling that states that the country's abortion law is incompatible with human rights legislation. John Larkin QC had vowed to oppose the ruling at the end of last year, when he described it as profoundly disappointing. In a lengthy judgment, High Court Judge Mr Justice Horner said not allowing abortion when a baby has a severely life-limiting condition is a gross interference with a woman's personal autonomy. But the judgment did not take into account the possibility of misdiagnosis in the womb or the fact that children with a fatal fetal abnormality can live for a short time after birth. Justice Minister David Ford and the Northern Ireland Human Rights Commission have also announced that they will separately challenge different aspects of the ruling. Abortion is only allowed in Northern Ireland if the mother's life is at risk. And finally, the Education Secretary Nicky Morgan has announced plans to stop secularist campaigns against church schools. Last year, the government watchdog received 50 complaints by secular groups about the admissions rules of individual state-funded faith schools. This has prompted fears that senior teachers are being diverted from teaching children in order to deal with investigations by the Office of the Schools Adjudicator. Elizabeth Passmore, the outgoing Chief Schools Adjudicator, has said that dealing with challenges from campaign groups is not a good use of her time or public money. Mrs Morgan's plans would allow only local parents to complain about a school's admissions procedure. "We are ensuring only local parents and councils can object to admissions arrangements, which will also put a stop to vexatious complaints against faith schools by secularist campaign groups." The British Humanist Association has said it will be urging people to oppose the plan when the government consults on it in the next few months. Well, that's all for this week. For more information and regular updates on all of our stories, plus much more, visit our website at christian.org.uk. Until next time, goodbye.